Christy, it's such a pleasure to meet you.
You. Thank
Very
you.
good. Thank you for sharing your story with the world. I must say, it was an eye-opening story, that's for sure, and in film format, very entertaining as well.
Cool. It's very important. It's not just that it's my life. It's the story behind my life, I guess. That's so important. And Sydney, Ben, the whole cast went into it wholeheartedly, and I think put it on the film, in a perfect way.
Yeah, the wife and I were both glued the whole time. And I always want, when a film is made about someone's life, I always wonder what's the best and worst part of seeing your own story on screen?
Wow. Well, the best part is the fun stuff, like you relive the fun moments, talking smack at the fights, things like that. Of course, the worst part is the worst part. And like I would often tell people, it's not about just what you're seeing on the screen. It's about the events that took place around what you're seeing on the screen. That's what was hard for me to remember, the entire situation that brought this movie together.
Yeah, I mean, just like ourselves, the audience is definitely going to feel a lot during this film. That's for sure. You mentioned it. You're known for your bravado, walking into the ring with the swagger and fire. How much of that was confidence, and how much was like just pure performance, and how much was that also just about survival?
That swagger and bravado was all hiding insecurities and trying to be, I don't know, maybe, I wanted to be a confident person. I want to be a confident person. I want to be that, it's all about me, but I'm not. I'm really shy, but I got to be that Christy Martin persona. I got to be someone else, the fighter. It was a little bit like acting, but with that acting, I got to knock people out, and that made me happy.
You certainly knocked people out, that's for sure. Was there ever a moment you wish you could have let your guard down, not as a fighter, but as Christy, the person?
Oh, lots of times. Lots of times I almost trusted people. I would almost trusted them enough to tell them that I'm gay. I almost trusted them enough that I was going to tell them about how Jim was so abusive, mentally, emotionally, sometimes physically. But I could never let the wall down.
Yeah, there's a powerful image of you in this film, with Sydney walking with the walker slung over the shoulder, a striking symbol to me about, survival and strength. What does that moment represent for you personally?
That's a true moment. They gave me a walker in the hospital, and there was no way in hell I was going to use it, because to me, using that walker was a little bit like Jim Martin had won. I mean, and your mind goes crazy places, but that was like, I'm not letting him win or anybody else beat me from this point in my life moving forward. No way was I walking with that walker.
It's one of our favorite scenes, that's for sure, amongst many. But, what's something about women's boxing that most people may not realize?
Wow. Well, it's tough. It's tough being a woman in the boxing world that's dominated by men. Much easier in 2025, I'm sure. But back in the late 80s, early 90s, I was in gyms where I was told to leave. I was in a gym where I was told that, women weren't allowed to be in this gym, not even women photographers or press women. We broke down a lot of walls, opened up a lot of doors so that these women of today can walk much easier and much quicker to their payday at the end of the travel.
Everything you have done for that sport and for women and for other things, it's incredible. Lastly, I do want to say this. My wife wanted me to tell you that she thinks you're an effing badass, and I completely agree. I just wanted to end on that.
You tell your wife, so I'm sure she is too, and thank her.